Hey everyone, Pete and Nicky from Free to Shine has just popped in just
Hi.
to do a little bit of Q&A,
Yep, there's a few questions we want to ask.
a few questions, so that's cool. So as I said, no holds barred, I'll answer them to the best of my ability. I'm probably a bit apprehensive of what's going to be asked. I see you've got a list here. And yeah, so ask away, fire away.
All right, well, you're 4.5 months in now, so first of all, well done.
Thanks.
But 4.5 months in, do you regret it?
Nah, best thing I've ever done in my life, to be really honest. In a way, it's the best thing I've ever done. In a way, it's the worst thing I've ever done. Do you know what I mean? It's like a complete paradox. But I'm really glad that it's all came about as a joke, and then it got serious, and it's evolved and escalated into this. But I'm really happy of the direction it's going and all the stuff that I'm learning. I'm loving it, really am.
That's
So
great.
I don't regret it.
Excellent. Hoped you'd say that. I put it out there on Facebook that people could ask questions. So
Yeah.
Michelle asks, how are you channeling your sexual energy?
Um. Well, my housemate thinks like I'm masturbating all the time, but I'm not. Right. That's his job. Um, with
Because I
himself.
remember when you first started, one of your first interviews, you mentioned that it was based on turning pro, and the idea was,
Getting creative, getting productive.
yeah, channeling that energy and using it productively in your life. So, what are you noticing about how you're using your energy differently now?
Yeah, definitely a lot more productive, definitely a lot more focused. Yeah, and yeah, getting shitloads done. I'm actually really inspired and really creative lately. And
So, what are you doing then with your time? How are you being
so,
creative?
yeah, I'm learning new stuff. Just started learning how to build websites, WordPress, Optimize Press. Going nuts, reading, setting up different things. I've got another online business that I've been working on. It's coming to light, and yeah, just getting loads done. Really active and loads of energy, and loving it.
Great, cool. Okay, 4.5 months without sex. What have you learned about girls, about yourself, about sex, about the world?
Right, so learn about girls. Definitely learning a lot about girls and a lot just relationship with girls. It's been a big 4 months in that regard. Learning that, yeah, getting a connection with them instead of sleeping with them, whereas before it was sleeping with them and then just sleep with them and then whatever happens happens. So now I've definitely turned the whole approach around. Like next year, it's going to be just getting to know them at least for 3 months to see, and then the no like the no sex thing won't cloud my judgment, because usually you would just go with the sex, and if it's good sex, you wouldn't care about anything else because you're getting your needs met through the sex. Well, I would anyway, and I've had experience of this, so I've learned it the hard way. I've learned my lessons at
So you're sort of
last.
seeing things more clearly
Yeah, far more clear,
without
far
throwing
more
that in the
clear,
mix straight away.
far more clear about myself. Yeah, just learning loads about myself, a lot of stuff from my past coming up, as you've probably seen in previous videos that I'm working through brilliantly. I'm actually completely different in the last 2 weeks than I've ever been. I'm feeling great.
Oh, that's good.
And yeah, I just want to actually help other people that's going through, like, a lot of my sort of life purpose is coming out, what I want to do with all this learning, so, which is brilliant. I really want to put that out there, make a difference as well, not just with the charity, but with other people and stuff. So yeah.
Cool.
Any other ones there?
Yeah. Karen asks, what is the single biggest impact that this journey has had on you personally?
Personally, the personal journey, just the journey of the stuff that I'm learning about myself, and learning about other people, why we do what we do and why we don't do some of the things that we should do, and just at a psychological level, like mental level, every spiritual level, just every fucking level. It's just been massive. It's been so big, and people, I'm learning how good my friends and family and colleagues network is. Everyone's just so beautiful and supportive. It's like, it's
They have been.
so amazing, mind blowing.
That's cool.
Yeah, so it's
Great.
Yeah.
All right, so in 4.5 months, people have really got behind you and
Big time.
supported you, and that is evident in the $9,581 that you've already had donated. But there's so much more than that. We've had 3 volunteers join our team as a result of reading about you in the paper and stuff. We've had a donation that's helping us to employ caseworkers. We've had 18 new sponsors come on board. And we've had a foundation called Truthology also making a sizable donation every month. So beyond just that first donation, we've had so much more come as support for Free to Shine. So the ripple effect is so evident. What have you noticed about the ripple effect?
Yeah, the ripple effect is massive. Like anything, like as you all of that stuff, and then just noticing, like it just triggers off something on someone else. It triggers off something on something else, and then it just all comes back in a big wave, and it's amazing. Like, how good is it? Like, what do you think?
Yeah.
It's brilliant, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like that's just how I suppose this is how the world works.
Yeah.
Really, if we sort of look at it, a bigger picture.
And you don't always see it straight away.
You don't see it. Yeah, that's it. So
there might be more than this that we don't even know of.
Yeah, and
it's just sending the ripples out there.
Yeah. So it's I'm just blown away by people's kindness and people that wants to help, and it's brilliant. Yeah, I love it.
People do want to help, don't they? I think that's something that you really do learn about the world. How many good people are out there that want to be involved and make a difference, do something important.
Yeah, and I think if they find a vehicle to do that, a good vehicle like Free to Shine, it becomes really easy and going, because there's a lot of shit out there, as you know. But whenever like Free to Shine, yeah, it's good. So ripple effect's awesome. Touch one, like it touches loads, like and you just don't even know.
Yeah. You've chosen to go without sex for a whole year and to blog about it publicly. So you've chosen to take us with you on this journey and to do so with such honesty. That's the feedback that I'm getting, that the openness with which you do that and the honesty with which you do that. So what does the cause mean to you?
And what the cause? In
terms of doing this for Free to Shine, to help put either girls' education or as a contribution to ending sex slavery, like you're taking on a massive undertaking. Like, what does it mean to you?
Oh, because I suppose like I've been a sponsor with Free to Shine, like it must have been about a year before this all started. I've always wanted to help underprivileged kids. Like since a trip to Brazil, whenever I was 17, I seen the little kids popping their heads up at restaurants selling sweets, and I was like oblivious to, you know, the shanty towns and stuff and the slums, and then I like sort of seen it and stuff, and it was just like really disturbing. And then I've always had that in my head. I wanted to do something, and then whenever you set up Free to Shine, I was like, yep, I want to get on board, I want to get involved. And then whenever me and Marty had the joke about like how it came about, and he bet me the $2,000, it was Free to Shine just sprung into my head. It was just like bang bang, right? I'm just going to roll with this feeling, and then how it's evolved now, it's just like it's getting I suppose escalated, and now that we can make a real difference, and then all the stuff that we've been talking about and seeing it happening, and that's amazing. Like that's the best part for this for me. Like the personal journey, yes, that's like a deep level, but this here is at a different level of giving back and seeing what difference is being made in the world, because everyone has a right to live without being told like you have to. You know, the stuff that goes on in Cambodia is just sickening, and it's human rights, like just normal simple human rights, and everyone should have these rights. So that's, for me, that's the driver to do what I'm doing or not do what I'm doing, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, so it's a real balance. This is a personal, tough, winding road of a journey, and then the reward I'm getting is this. So it's like it goes hand in hand. It's brilliant.
Good way of looking at it. So you're coming to Cambodia with us on our team trip in September. How are you feeling about that?
Yeah, really excited. Just, I suppose, just this, I'll get a rude awakening when I get there, because I don't know exactly what it's going to be like. Like I've watched a few documentaries and stuff, and it's pretty disturbing. But I think whenever I'm there and engrossed in it and seeing it from my own eyes. It'll probably be another emotional journey that I'll go on, and it'll touch me even more, and it'll make me want to even do more. And I'm looking forward to that part of it. I'm excited, and yeah, I'm just looking forward to meeting some of the kids and playing, just hanging out and teaching them stuff, and yeah, that's going to be a real good sort of reward near the end of the year for me. And then yeah, seeing Cambodia itself is supposed to be really beautiful, so can't wait.
Excellent. So if people are wanting to get behind you and support you, then obviously they can donate. What else can they do?
So yeah, they can donate money, which goes, what it's going to. It's going to really good cause in Cambodia, getting all the offices set up and getting the social workers in, and then going out to the villages. So that's part of it, the money stuff. What else can you do? There's that documentary, I suppose, is getting made, that my friend Bronnie's putting together, and there's crowdfunding for it at the minute, and it's going to be, they're going to come to Cambodia with us, with the cameras and stuff, to film, I suppose, my experience over there, and that would be good to get more exposure. I suppose it's getting more exposure, so people talk about it, share their views on it, share it on Facebook, like this, like that, and just spread the word and watch the documentaries and stuff and really raise awareness. I think the more people raise awareness about what's going on and what they don't know, the more people want to help, and it just, that ripple effect comes into play again, so it just keeps going out and out and out.
So they can help you by just sharing some of the stuff on Facebook.
Sharing stuff on Facebook.
Just having the conversations with people, telling them, hey, I've heard about this guy that's doing this, blah, 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 and just talking. Yeah,
that's it. So that the no sex thing works perfectly because it's something different, and it gets people's attention, like the media and stuff. Like and ultimately it's not even about the no sex. It's about getting Free to Shine out there. Even though that has taken a massive turn for me, and it's a lot to do with the no sex and my personal journey, which I wasn't expecting, but I'm really, really grateful that it's taken me on this journey. I'm loving it, actually. What's happening?
I'm loving it too, and I'm loving that you're sharing it with us and taking us on that journey with you. That's all the questions for now. We may put it out there for people to ask a few more questions.
Have you any other ones? I thought it was going to be real deep and like. I thought I was maybe going to have to ever have crying or something. No,
do you have any questions you want me to ask you?
No, I think that's, you covered all the stuff, but yeah, it's instead of a one-way street, it's turned into like a two-way dual carriageway. And yeah, the stuff that I'm learning about myself is priceless. I'm loving the journey, and I've really just decided that, like, even though the no sex thing, I'm not even going. I've decided, like, no more dating, no more like kissing or anything like that. I've really just made a concrete decision. Just not for these next 7.5 months or whatever. I'm just really going to focus on me and what I'm into and what I'm all about and stuff. So
people have said really that you've been torturing yourself going out there meeting people and
and it's not like it's you're stopping the most natural thing. If you meet someone and stuff, it's just like the next thing. It's a natural progression, and I'm just doing my fucking own head in. Like it's a nightmare. So I've just decided that that's it, no more. I'm just going to become a hermit for the next 7 months and learn stuff.
So it would be easier, wouldn't it, if you were just staying home, but you're not. Like you're going out on Saturday
Yeah, well,
night.
I haven't been out that much, to be really honest. I think I've been drunk 3 times this year. I've got this weekend's a bit of a big weekend, but. As I say, I've got my wits about me. I've got my wingman. Wingman, are you here? Not going to say hello? So yeah, come and say hello. Don't ruin it. I'm going to cut that out.
Man of a lot of words.
So yeah, that's it. Cool.
Thanks for chatting with us.
Yeah, cool bananas. All right. See you later.
See ya.